Hello, all, very warm welcome. Today we are looking at another lead code question, which is contains duplicate. Now, this is also an interesting question, wherein even though it's an easy question, it's very frequent in interview questions. And what here interviewer wants to know is the approach and the data structure you use for this problem. So before we come to solution, let's quickly understand what the question says. Given an integer nums, we have to return true if the value contains at least twice and return false if every element is distinct. Right. So what this question says is we need to see whether any of the number in a given nums array is duplicate or not. That means I have any number which is repeated or not. If it is repeated, then that means it's it's contains duplicate and we need to return true. Right. Now, if you see, right, see, question sounds very simple, right? It's just that we need to iterate through an array, and we need to always keep a tab that okay whether I have a given number which is repeated or not, right? But what data structure you're going to use? In this place, we are going to use a data structure called hashmap, or for C# terms, we are going to use dictionary. Now, why dictionary, right? Because dictionary is always going to seek that value in O of one space. And what we're going to do that, what it will do, right, is say I have this dictionary like key value pair, right? It's a key value pair. So what we'll do is, right, whenever I'm going to find a value, say 1, I'll add it to this thing. I have this 1, and 1 is a key, and I'll add a value to it. Say I'll add a count of it, right? 1. Now again I got a value 2. I'll see whether I have a 2 in this or not. Now in order to search whether 2 is present or not, that will be of O of 1 complexity, right? So I don't have it. So I'll add, okay, at number 2 key, I'll add another count which is 1, right? If you see, I'm adding the key as the index because dictionary itself doesn't allow any duplicate keys, and that's what I'm going to leverage here. So if I get another value, I'll say 3. 3 is not present. I'll add it with a say number 1, and next time if I see a 1, I'll find that in this one. So I'll simply return false, right? This is how it will be, and this is how simple it is, right? So just to quickly pen it down, so it will be a dictionary int comma int. My dt is equal to new dictionary int comma int, and what I'm going to say, right, for each where num in nums, I'm going to say if my dt dot contains key, say num. If it contains, I'll simply return true. That means it is having a duplicate. Otherwise, I'll say my dt dot add, I'll say num comma 1, right? This is one counter. This can be, you can do num comma num, num comma 1, num comma x. It doesn't matter, because what really matters is the key right now, right? This is how it is. If at the end of the day we are ending up adding all the nums into the array and it has not returned a true, that means there is no duplicate, and I'll simply return false. That means all the elements in this are distinct, right? Let me run this. It got accepted. Let me submit it. Cool, it got accepted. Nice. So when we talk about time complexity, that will be say O of n, where n is the number of the length of the nums array. Because in the worst case scenario, my duplicate can be the last element in the key in the whole array. If I talk about space complexity, that will again be O of n, where that because of the decollection which we're using here, right? So I hope you understood this. We'll soon I'll cover content detection duplicate part 2 and part 3 as well. So stay tuned for that. In case you still have any questions for me to answer, please do reach out to the comment section. In case you like the video and or new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button down at the bottom, and do like the video in case you liked it. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot.